Hey, yo, what's up? This is Too Short, and you're listening to Conversations with Chad. Bitch!
Welcome to Conversations with Chad, where we talk to industry leaders in music, entertainment, sports, and business. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Chad. On this debut episode of Conversations with Chad, I'm sitting down with an iconic and pioneering artist who put Oakland, California on the hip-hop map. With 6 platinum albums, 4 gold albums, and countless platinum and gold albums from his many collaborations with the likes of Snoop Dogg, E40, Notorious Big, Wiz Khalifa, Jay-Z, Scarface, and so many others, please welcome the man who told us in 1983 that he don't stop rapping. The homie, Short Dog. Too Short. What's good, homie?
What's up, man? Still rapping? Ain't nothing changed.
I was going to kick this off talking about the upcoming VERZUZ between you and E40, but then you guys dropped that triple gold socks record. Tell me the story behind that record, especially since it's been about 17 years since we've heard you rapping over an Ant Banks beat.
Yeah, I just recently got in the studio with Ant Banks. We've been doing stuff over the years, over the past 17. We did some stuff. Ant Banks, you know, we family, man, so we done had some sit downs, some hangouts, and some studio sessions, all that stuff. So I've been in the studio very recently with Ant Banks. He's been shooting us a lot of beats lately. Me, 40, Snoop Dogg, like a lot of. He's active right now. So Ant Banks is working on an album that I'm going to release early next year. It's called Sir Too Short, and it's just me, you know, going back to me. I'm pretty much in my right lane when I'm just, all I need in the studio is like Ant Banks. You know, me and him get in the studio, we don't really need too much more, and you don't get that real Short Dog. So I'm just going into Short Dog mode, man. That's all it is. It's a sound that, you know, I don't always do it. People get mad at me. They're like, man, you need some Ant Banks beats. And I'm like, I know. So you about to get it, y'all. Ant Banks and Too Short is back together, for real.
Now, you also have the double album with E40, Ain't Gonna Do It, Terms and Conditions. Tell me about putting that together, and who are you guys working with production-wise on that joint?
Well, it's not a double album where we're a group doing it together. It's a double album. You get a bonus. You buy one, you get the other one. It's a bundle. That's what they call it, the bundle. You just get them. You get 2 albums for the price of, well, I don't know about the price of one, but you get 2 albums. But we just dropping it, man, in light of the VERZUZ battle, and you know, us, you know, doing this thing as a celebration of Bay Area music, to let you know the legacy, the history of what E40 and Too Short have done coming up out the Bay, the contributions that we have made to hip hop, all the influence that we have on the culture. Like, we have really influenced a lot of artists and a lot of behavior and a lot of everything, music, everything. So on my side of the album, it's really about some Oakland shit, man. It's really about the Bay, and everybody on there is mostly from the town. It's Bay. It's not, you know, if anybody on there is not from the Bay, they're highly Bay influenced. They're like of the soil. So I made sure of that, and put the young homies on there, Guap Dad, G-Eazy, some more of my little young homies that's up and coming on there. And I just wanted to say, you know, make a base statement, like what I'm doing in VERZUZ. I wanted to actually like make sure that this whole weekend is town business. This whole weekend is some real Bay love. So that's what I'm on right now.
Now let's get into the Battle of the Bay VERZUZ that's going down on Saturday, December 19th between you and E40. Listening to some of the interviews you've done since the announcement, you said you were hesitant at first to jump into one of these things. What ended up changing your mind, and how are you approaching the upcoming showdown?
Well, Versus is evolving. It changed from, it started off as a IG live in the quarantine. One person at home, the other person at home. They just kind of like playing records and talking shit. And when Snoop Dogg and DMX did it, I think that was the first time Apple Music streamed it live at the same time as Versus IG Live. And I think that was the first time the two artists battling were in the same room. And we've seen Versus where, you know, they had implications like Jeezy and Gucci. And we've seen Versus where it was just oozing over with love with Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. So I think that what you're going to get from E40 and Too Short is the same friendly competition that we've been having the whole time, trying to outdo each other with records. The same camaraderie we've been having as friends for 30 plus years. And a whole lot of shit talking, because E40 talks a lot of shit and I talk a lot of shit. And the more shit he talks, the more shit I'm gonna talk. And we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna sip on some E40's liquor brands. I think my choice is gonna be the Slurricane. I'm not going to drink before the Verses. I'm probably gonna have my first drink as soon as it starts. And I'm going to literally prepare for E40 to be swinging a sledgehammer at me in one hand and a baseball bat in the other hand, and watch what I throw back at him.
That's what's up. Now, any fans of Too Short and E40 know that this isn't as much of a battle as it is a celebration of two icons. Speak to us about how you and 40 initially connected as far as moving around in the same region through the 80s and 90s until finally collaborating on Rapper's Ball in 1996.
I mean, we have always had basically the same fan base, and 40 signed on to a major label a little later than me. I kind of got a head start on him on the different regions and moving out of the Bay a little earlier, and, you know, getting the gold and platinums a little quicker. But on the scale of the regions that we were in at the same time in the early days, it was even. It wasn't like I was outdoing him or something. He just didn't have that wide distribution, and I was on Jive RCA Records getting my shit dropped off all over the country. So once he got on Jive, you know, it was a whole different story. And I think that we've always had that connection where if you call E40 for a show and you're trying to like stack up the bill a little bit, E40 and his people might be like, his short, he might do it. And if the same situation happens vice versa, the first person I would say was like, you know, hit 40, because the crowds love Too Short and E40, you're gonna win. If you call Too Short, it's good. But if you got Too Short and E40, you can afford that shit really good. We made a lot of money together, man, a lot of money. And we just we continuously stay connected. We continuously help each other out when it's time to like step up to the table with a new album, or, you know, just get some feedback on a few songs. I'm gonna sing you these songs, tell me what you think, and just keep it going like that. Like literally calling the morning your album comes out and saying, bro, song number 7, gotta shoot a video of that. You gotta drop that as a single. That kind of shit. Or playing them 12 songs and he say, that one you played, I ain't fucking with that one. And taking that honest opinion and running with it, you know. So we've been that friendly competitors the entire time.
Switching gears for a minute, the other big news that was recently announced was, of course, the formation of the West Coast supergroup of you, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and E40. Walk me through how this phone call from Ice Cube and E40 morphed into this forthcoming supergroup project that has everybody talking.
Well, you know, it was born in the quarantine, and, you know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, like we just sitting around lazy and just bored and just say, oh, make an album. No, it's a business venture. We talked about this from the start, the potential of what it would be if we like joined forces like Voltron and came together as one mega giant. We've been doing it over the years, the whole time. Really, in recent years, we did a lot of shows. We're on the bill. You get all four of us. It might be a mixture of The Game, maybe Matt 10, could be Bone Thugs and Harmony, could be DJ Quick, and any little combination. The Dogtown does a lot of them. Any combination, you always get these huge sold-out shows. So the logic is, if you could get all four of us to do a show and contact us individually, how much more beneficial would it be for us if we were together as a unit and you just had to contact us as a I call it an LLC because it's a business, but I just don't want to be labeled as a super group and people think that we got together to make music. Like, the music is a part of what we're doing, but we're business partners, man, and we're gonna milk this shit to anything you could sit here right now and think of. If I had all four of those dudes, what would I do? I'd put them on Las Vegas like the Rat Pack and book them. Whatever you might think of, that's what the fuck we're gonna do. The partners are E40, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and Too Short. We're just like flooded with ideas of potential things we can do. And already, before you've heard any songs, we already have a handful of business ventures on the table that are lucrative, and we already have about 2.5 albums recorded. It's just something that we got up to about 25 songs, and we said, why stop now? Let's just keep making them. So we're still making songs. I don't know which ones are going to make the first album. I don't know when the first album is going to drop. I do know that it sounds good. I mean, this shit sounds good. I can't wait till the world hears this. Like, this is some dope ass shit. Just, like, we were talking to each other recently, thinking, where's the hype? And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, the hype? I'm like, bro, this is automatically the hype. Ain't no fucking I gotta convince you as a fan of hip hop. I have to convince you to be excited about a joint venture with Too Short, E40, Snoop, Ice Cube. Are you crazy? I can't wait to hear that shit.
Right.
I'm on it and I can't wait to hear it.
So you just said the first album. So you guys are planning to do more than one album?
We just plan on making songs and treating this business like, okay, here's what you get. As we get older in our careers, what do we do as hip hop artists? Snoop Dogg is selling so many products and he's everywhere. His schedule is 24/7. Ice Cube is making movies every day. E40 has ventured off into multiple new businesses. And I don't brag a lot, but I'm 24/7 in these meetings, on these phone calls, staying on top of all this stuff I got going on with all these different ventures I've been to and stuff. And we come together to solidify our activity in the rap game going forward. At this point, I can let you, you've been calling me for 30 years, asking me to come do a show in this town, that town. Call me now when you want all four of us. Call me when you want to book us at the Coliseum in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Call us when you want to give us that residency in Vegas. Like, make that call. So we're moving over into a whole new arena of legacy, man. Like, maximizing your legacy. It means so much more in so many ways if we partner up. It really does. So I'm telling you now, nothing is gonna change in Snoop Dogg's life. What Ice Cube is doing, what E40 is doing, this is a new thing that we all doing together, and it's for the love of hip hop, man. So just get ready for the ride, man. It's gonna be dope as fuck, I'm telling you.
In a recent interview with The Breakfast Club, you mentioned that Dr. Dre, Battle Cat, and Ant Banks are involved. I'm assuming on the production side of things. Who else can we look forward to seeing on the project, either producing or doing some guest spots?
Well, I would not get excited too much about other names. Because anybody that gets on there is a lucky motherfucker. It ain't easy getting on there. Like, you, ooh, my God. E40, Ice Cube. Dude's a picky, man. You can't just give us anything. I'm a real music guy. I'm a real studio music guy. And it got to be the real funk for me to fuck with it. I'm on that Ohio funk. I know the origins of the shit that came up out of Dayton and Cincinnati and shit. I know the shit. I know what I don't know what the fuck is in the water in Ohio, but I know the funk is in the air. I know that. James Brown knew that shit. George Clinton knew that shit. They all came to Ohio to get the funk.
Man, with that short, I appreciate you coming on, talking to me about these incredible events and projects that you're doing. Is there anything I didn't cover that you'd like to mention on here before we close?
That's it, man. Just let everybody know about the new double album. Let everybody know to tune into that VERZUZ. And, look forward to all the good stuff that's coming. We're doing this for hip-hop, man. There is no expiration date on this one.
Okay, dope, homie. Man, we appreciate what you do. We look forward to watching you and E40 on Saturday, December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and can't wait to hear what you, Snoop, Cube, and 40 cook up for us on the group project.
All right, man. Talk to you soon, man.
And that concludes this episode of the Conversations with Chad podcast. Be sure to check us out at chadkiser.com. We'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.